Hello my beautiful people, Eli here, welcome back. So I want to make this video. This video is going to be talking about loyalty and the ride or die culture that we have. And by we I mean usually people of color and hood white people, because they do exist. So alright, so this ride or die mentality means that we ride or die for our people. And I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool with is ride or die for people that just don't do the same for us, that aren't there for you when you need them, that don't pick up the phone to say, hey, are you alive, are you breathing? That's, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there might be love, but I've learned to love myself first before I try to show love to anybody else. Because if I don't love me, how can I love anybody else? Just like I learned to stop wanting or expecting love for people that don't love themselves. So in the ride or die culture, you're supposed to stay with someone that mistreats you or doesn't appreciate you or just doesn't care about you. You're supposed to ride or die for them because maybe they're family, or because maybe that's your girl, or maybe that's your man, or maybe that's your homie, and that's your cousin, that's your best friend from childhood. Listen, the way the world works is in vibrations. Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. It doesn't stop it from being true. So some people vibrate at low frequency levels, others at more elevated frequency levels. How they say that opposites attract, well, in a vibration sense, alike attract like. So that's why you see people that might be aggressive and violent usually hanging out with people in that same frequency. Just like people who are working on themselves, they tend to rise in their vibration. They tend to find others that are working on themselves, or people that are where they want to be. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we tend to vibrate within people within our same frequency. When there is people of not the same frequency around each other too much, what happens is this huge wave, and it's like turbulence, because they don't match. They don't match. And that's okay. Doesn't Just because someone's vibrating at a lower frequency doesn't mean they're lesser than you or anything. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is y'all just not a match right now. Maybe there'll be times where the person on a higher frequency might feel low and the person on the lower frequency might feel higher. And then, you know what I'm saying? Nobody stays within the same frequency always, because our moods are always changing and we are evolving creatures, and change is inevitable. So my loyalty lies with me first. If you ride or die for me and we're cool, then I ride or die for you. But I'm done being loyal to people that don't even bother to pick up a phone or hit me up. I'm done trying to be there for people that when I hit them up, they don't respond. Hey, what I learned is not to take it personal, and that was my biggest thing, because I would take it personal, like, oh, mama. But now I realized that, hey, people can't give me what they can't give themselves. And because of the difference in vibrational levels, it's something that they just, if they're like in a dark place and I'm in a light place, they don't wanna deal with that, because it's just too much for them. Just like when I'm in a low place, I don't want to deal with people in a higher place, because I just can't deal with that at that moment. I learned not to take it personal. But I also learned that sometimes growing up means growing apart, and I've been saying this for years. But being apart doesn't have to be a bad thing. Sometimes there's people that we love that might just be sandbags keeping us, are y'all listening to me? Sandbags keeping us from moving on to our next level. And why? Why? Just so we could say, oh, I'm a real one. I'm a real one. Real nigga. Real broad. I don't like calling women the B word, so I just stick with broad. But why? Just to show that we real? Are you being real to yourself? Because I think some people care more about others viewing them as real than if you're actually being real to yourself. Are you being loyal to yourself? Are you being real with yourself? I'm no longer doing stuff that I used to do in my youth. So guess what? I don't hang around with people that do things that I was doing in my youth. Why? Because I'm no longer in that frequency. I'm no longer trying to be a thug and trying to be hard. I'm not hard. I'm not a thug. I'm not. And it took me a long ass time and a federal case for my ass to accept that, nigga, you ain't hard. I'm not. And I'm not trying to be anymore. I am who I am. I'm a loving person. I'm a kind person. I'm a caring person. That's who I am. I'm not trying to be out here and be hard for nobody. I'm trying to be me. And I'm happy. That's the crazy part. I'm happy. That some people view me and don't see me and they find me threatening or whatever. That's on them. That's on them. I learned not to take that personal no more. So here's me keeping it 1,000% real right now. I'm not hard. I'm not a thug. I might wear my nice fly cap. Look, guys, I kind of messed it up. I slept on it. I was like, no. It's cool. I'm going to get me another one. But, you know, and I hate that in our culture we want to be so hard and be a thug. Why? For what? For what? You know what I mean? But I'm not going to get too deep on that. Because it's not where I'm trying to go right now. So, anyway, like I was saying, hey, if you're watching this right now, thank you so much. I know, yeah, the attention span nowadays is not that long, so thank you for watching. But yeah, sorry, I'm hella hot. But then if I take off the cap, then my face is gonna get burned by the sun. Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna leave that here. I probably left a bunch of stuff out because this is my 4th time trying to record this. There was too much background noise, so my bad. I'm gonna look this over. If it's posted, that means I said everything I want to say. So, un besote, los amo. Let's do this. Alright, now, ciao, guys. Be loyal to yourself, man. Ride or die for you and your happiness. Not to show people you're a real one, because honestly, when you dead, because you trying to be hard in them streets, it don't matter how real you were, bro. Real talk. Alright, un besote. Ciao.